bulletin from me to you, a bullhorn right out of the blue, a bullet right into your brain, in bullet points that will explain. I'm bulldozing the bullshit now. Those bullies say that I'm a cow. They're gonna find the bulwark raised. Best believe it's my final phase. Blue, the color of the sky today. Blue, the tears I'm gonna cry today. Blue, it's horrible to think about. Blue, it's terrible, it gives me gout. Blue, I'm miserable and I know why. Blue, it's visible that I might cry. Blue, impossible yet true somehow. Blue, guess he's the bull and I'm the cow. Blue, oh Blue.
Curses! Spelt it again! I'll get you next time, casino!
Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back. Today was a strange day in the world of the quartering. After getting completely and totally wrecked and destroyed by Rex in an online debate, I don't know why, but the quartering thought it was a good idea to start going after Alex Jones. And it's a familiar pattern. He goes after people for attention, and then when he gets on their show, he just lays down like a bitch and acts like he wasn't talking all that shit about them and agrees with whatever they say. So we're going to be doing a panel tonight going over the Alex Jones fiasco, which was interesting to watch. At the very least, we'll bring in our panel members. And by the way, all the panel members, links to their channels in the description of this video. Be sure to support good content creators and our panel members. Welcome H-Bomb first. Did you get your microphone sorted? You've only had 4 weeks to figure this out,
yeah,
you asshole.
I just ordered another one. Like,
okay, all right. Good.
So hopefully it's not too bad this evening.
And somebody that knows how to work a microphone, which I appreciate very much, the UIS Useless Information Society is here with us yet again. Welcome.
Good evening, everybody.
All right, and he's got his dog with him, which suspiciously looks exactly like my wife's dog. I wish I had a picture to show you. My wife's dog looks exactly like that. Same breed, same size, everything.
Yeah, never get bigger than 5 pounds. You know, just
yeah. Well, at least it doesn't eat much, but it barks enough.
No, not at all.
My dog's an asshole. You were saying yours is nice. You got a good one. My wife always has asshole dogs. That's just the rule. And we're going to welcome MistyMochii. Mochi, like the ice cream, like the ice cream flavor.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. And this is her first time. And listen, I just want to say, Misty, if people haven't seen your exposés of the coffee scam, her and Luther are just ripping it to shreds. And I don't understand why, Misty. Like, why is he still lying that it's not drop shipped?
You know,
why does he address the all of the stuff that you found, that he scams his audience and he's scamming everybody?
You know, I genuinely think he's taking the approach of, if I just ignore it, it will go away at some point and I don't have to say anything.
That is it.
I genuinely think that's the playbook he's operating out of. And I mean, it's very obvious from any time anybody tries to critique him, and I'm not even talking about the people who are saying, what are the oranges for? Or, you know, you're a cuck or whatever. I mean, those are also things that people are saying. But anytime I've ever been, I mean, I got banned in his Rumble chat for asking if he actually believed in free speech while flagging content creators. And that
how dare you?
How dare I, right?
A question, yeah.
And then on X, he blocked me because I replied to a tweet with him and Mel in it. And I had asked her whether or not it was Christian to hold fellow Christians accountable for bad behavior. And that earned me a block and my reply being hidden on the thread. So
yeah,
I just ask questions and he doesn't want to answer anything I have to.
He doesn't seem
on his audience not being involved in all the detractors, not watching. People he relies on are not watching everybody. He thinks maybe they aren't.
That's why he ignores everything. It's why he doesn't really ever bring it up in any video content that he does. If he talks about it at all, it's vague posting on X, or it's during the in-between segments on his live stream is when he'll kind of spur out about it a little bit. But
well, when it's Miller
really
time, when it's Miller time, sometimes he addresses some of this stuff, but not the right way, right? Like, I'm going to get these detractors, goddamn them,
right?
I just want to give people a sample because this was so funny and I missed it. So Jeremy is sharing somebody else's live chat. This is great coverage too, because then all of his detractors figured out that they could go in the other live chat, which wouldn't be censored, and it would be shared on Jeremy's show. So this is just a huge loss.
The point where it gets good, because now the detractors have realized that Jer is streaming with the Crucible's chat visible. So all you dedicated A-logs out there went into this chat and just started typing. And here we go. So first of all, we have Mario Tor 87, shout out Mario Tor, saying the quartering is a cuck. Adam Sellers Jubal. Let's go.
And he's like a moron sharing this on his screen in his live show.
Still in the middle of his Dead Air campaign, by the way.
Dead Air Jer.
And then we have Mario coming back in saying, tagging quartering and say at the quartering is a cuck.
That same higher up.
Okay. There, I got it fixed.
We still got Mario's message up there. Oh, here it is. Here at the bottom, we have another person saying Jeremy Hambley is a cuck.
Tulsi's office. Are you?
The whole chat was filled with this.
Kino Hydrahead coming in. Shout out Kino Hydrahead, who's in the chat right now, saying "Hail Hydra, bish." We have Jeremy from the quartering. Stop running from Yellow Flash. And Hail Hydra, suffragette.
The whole chat
it
was
went on
filled with it went on for like an hour, right?
for like half an hour. And that was just a little taste of what was in there. But what really set him over the edge was Brad Cool. If you know anything about Brad Cool,
I follow him on Twitter. Yeah,
he came into the Crucible chat and had said, "Follow my channel." I'm paraphrasing here, but he had said, "Follow my channel to learn who really owns Coffee Brand Coffee," and he named specifically the owner of Meta PCs. And it was at that moment that Jeremy decided he needed to hide the chat, hide the evidence. But it had been going. It had been going for a while.
It's crazy that he just, between that and his browser search history, he just felt himself. Like, we don't even need to do much. I just pointed out.
That's it.
That's all you do. Yeah. Just report on it. Like, hey, look what this moron did now. Right.
Pretty much.
And I want to thank Bad Banner. It's at @bad_banner. I thought he was Hotep, but to follow him on X is at @bad_banner, because he's the one who clipped this whole Alex Jones thing today. And we're going to start going through this. And you haven't been here before, Misty, but everybody else, jump in whenever you want, and I'll stop the video if you have some thoughts about this. But first, let's just unpack this a little bit. Does Jeremy think like he's big enough to take on Alex Jones? Because he went after him saying that he lost his whole audience, or he's botting and that he forgot the bots. And he has no self-awareness because everybody knows he bots and the Rumble numbers are all wrong for him. Like, there's nobody in his chat. His chat doesn't move. So he's accusing Alex Jones of botting and losing his whole audience because I don't even know, right? Like, does this make sense that he thinks he could take on Alex Jones? And wasn't he talking real big before he got on the show, and then he just licked Alex Jones' asshole for the whole hour?
I mean, of course he would. I mean, he's
slimy.
The guy has his own video game. I mean, you've ever played it or not, but it's actually a pretty fun game. Like NWO something, New World Order. It's a Metal Slug kind of side-scrolling retro game. And
yeah, and there's no comparison. Like, regardless of what I think of Alex Jones, he's a legend in pop culture. And I heard PPP say this last night. This is very true. If you go up to 10 people on the street and you ask them, do you know who Alex Jones is? I'd say 8 or 9 of them are going to say, yeah, the conspiracy guy.
He's an actual celebrity.
Yeah. If you go, do you know who the Quartering is? Nobody outside of right-wing people will know who he is. Like really right-wing people, right? Like he's a nobody in the popular culture. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into this.
Discover trends and global developments years before.
Yeah, I haven't watched Alex Jones in so long. All those ad reads and shit he's shilling is brutal, man. To get through it.
I am so just not a politics person at all. And so covering Jeremy the way I do sometimes can get a little difficult for me because I just can't stand the political shilling.
Me neither. I always think the same thing. Like, okay, you pick the side of the criminals that you think are less criminals than the other criminals.
Right.
They're all criminals. So.
Before they happen, right here on the Alex Jones Show.
Well, I've challenged Andrew Wilson to debate me in the last week. He won't even return the call back to my producer, but he calls my son up asking what's going on because he knows him. I guarantee you, and I'm challenging right now, Tim Pool to come on and debate me. If there's no money involved, he obviously won't do it. If there is some money, he can't.
Yeah, I will say this too. Poor Alex Jones. The only person that had a set that I said I would love to have that set was the InfoWars set. And now he's just in, I mean, it's a pretty big downgrade, right? Or is it me?
I mean, it's just a map. He's got a map behind him. I mean,
and he's sitting at the desk.
I'm sure it's just a green screen.
That InfoWars set was crazy, though. He had like 100-inch LCD screens everywhere, like 10 of them.
I'm sure he will.
Actual physical set.
Yeah, yeah.
Or this, he could be in his bedroom for all we know.
At least he's not down to a green screen, though, right? You know what I heard? I heard Tucker Carlson, his whole setup is in a barn. I don't know if that's true, but it kind of looks like it is. It's just in a barn outside his house.
Jeremy from
It's probably a very nice barn, though. It's probably not like
I could imagine. Yeah.
He'll come on and debate me.
Well, God bless him. He's making millions talking in his barn.
And I like Jeremy. Been on his show off and on for years. And I appreciate him coming on.
He looks like a deer in the headlights here, doesn't he?
He looks so terrified before he's even said one word.
Yeah,
that was the first impression that I had.
You know, in his mind, he's thinking, if this just goes well for me, I'll be back on top, and all the detractors can eat a dick. You know, like I'll be back on top. I'll get all these viewers.
He's just going to introduce himself to a new brand of detractors. You know, this kind of exposure is not going to be good.
Well, it's good if you're, DJ, dark journalist, Daniel Litz, the dark journalist. He covers UFOs like me, but a little less critically. But he's critical of a lot. But anyway, he's Alex Jones, like UFO guy now, and he blew up like a monster because of all the Alex Jones slots that he got.
Hides behind
crap post. It could work out to his favor, but I don't think the Quartering is talent enough to peel off any subscribers from Alex Jones.
He said maybe the Pakistani bots are asleep when I was talking about the big live streaming glitch on X. It was confirmed to be a glitch that they fixed.
Yeah, and by the way, Jeremy, you moron, it was a glitch and they fixed it.
By Monday morning.
Dave says, iron your shirt if you're going to a big show.
I personally tuned out.
Yo, no, did you know he's wearing the same shirt today that he was wearing yesterday? It's the same shirt.
He has like the same 3 or 4 shirts that he just rotates constantly. And I think sometimes he forgets where he is in the rotation.
I can't lie. I get busy sometimes, and then I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm wearing the same shirt. I have 2 hours before the show. I better get a shower and at least change my shirt, right?"
Coming on, but I think the main thing he does is hides behind.
I don't want to turn into Sticks Hexenhammer.
He's just crap posting.
Nobody
it's
wants
just a joke.
No.
But he goes like a week in the same clothes.
He said
screaming.
Maybe
at least he's got a theme.
His theme is I'm dirty.
It was confirmed to be a glitch that they fixed by Monday morning. Alex is a daily viewer. I have personally tuned out since you've been on this Jews killed Charlie Kirk nonsense. I'll tune back.
And by the way, Jones offered him $10,000 to find a clip of him saying that the Jews killed Charlie Kirk. He never said that.
When you come back,
he said he said something.
It never
like,
even came up.
There's a lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah, it never even came up today, which was the whole reason for this.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well,
Jeremy's too busy
they're all
glazing
playing
him
on that glitch with me pointing it out that was affecting all live streamers, saying you're not popular. No, it's the war. It's the economy in deep trouble. It's Israel trying to take control of our Congress and trying to run our foreign policy. That's what's unpopular. I don't want my main issue to be Israel. I'm all over the Muslims. I'm not in the red-green alliance. But Israel is bragging that it's primarying people in Congress. It's bragging that Netanyahu wrote the subsection of the NDAA 219 that literally merges them with our military. So that's where I stand. And I'm going to play a short clip before we go to Jeremy of Thequartering, thequartering.com, on X, Thequartering, on Rumble, Thequartering, popular show. And I do think I did watch this morning while I was working out.
Yeah, do you think Jones fell for the illusion that Jeremy is successful and that his channel is successful? Because it's a projection.
It is. I don't think Alex particularly pays enough attention to what Jeremy's doing to really have any kind of an informed opinion. Honestly, what I had thought would have happened, and I don't know, maybe it did. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but I was honestly hoping that Rex Jones, Alex's son, might have given Alex.
Given him the notes.
Yeah, the clip notes of kind of like what's been going on, or at least brought Rex into the show to help kind of address some of what's going on, call Jeremy out for what he's been saying on Twitter, especially towards Alex. Because, I mean, you guys will see if you didn't watch it earlier today, but he just rolled over.
Yeah, he rolled over. This is exactly what PPP and Andy Worski said he was going to do. He's going to roll over, show his belly, put his tail between his legs, and lick Alex Jones' asshole for the whole time. And that's pretty much what he did.
Part of it, him and Rex last night debating, and I'll tell Rex, I appreciate him defending me, but I think he's being a little mean, and I mean, we're obviously a little mean, all of us.
I always joke about Alex Jones. How much do you think he spends on printer, toner, and ink? Because he hard copies everything.
A lot of hard copy right there.
Yeah, wow, god damn.
But we can't be so mad at people we disagree with. When we agree with them, I'd say on 95% of stuff. And that's what I've been saying the whole time when Trump called me low IQ and burnout and all these attacks.
Trump called
that doesn't
him low
make me
IQ.
mad. It makes me mad that he's siding with never Trumpers who have almost no viewers now, like Ben Shapiro, and it's going to make us lose the midterms.
And look at Quartering. He looks dirty and burnt out.
It looks like he has a members only jacket on right now, but it's
terrible. He looks terrible. He looks burnt out and tired and beat up, and he's going after Alex Jones. Like, no matter what you think about Alex Jones, he's high energy. Like he is passionate about his show, and he's high energy the whole show.
And the war is literally cutting off energy.
I think the Quartering's pucker factor is at 11.
Yeah, what is he doing? You think he's got zins in or something?
Oh, he 100% has zins in his mouth here. He's trying, but he's not, like, during his live streams. If you ever watch his lives, he's like moving it all around. He's has his mouth open, pushing the zins around. It's gross. But he's trying to be.
It might be that he preloads like 10 Xanax tabs before he starts his broadcast.
Something's going on here because
flipping them around in his mouth, slowly dissolving them. Yeah.
Something was different today. His energy was different. I mean, he's usually low energy anyway, but the energy even today was a bit different. But it's like, Jerry, you couldn't even, I don't know, like trim up your beard or comb your hair a little bit here.
Listen,
like,
if I was going on Alex Jones, I would go get a haircut. I would go, get a shower, put a little effort, look your best. You're going to be on a show with millions of viewers.
Beard, but I'm thinking that's sour cream.
Yeah, that's his lunch.
I think he went to Taco Bell today.
That's his lunch.
That's sour cream.
That looks like it. Yeah.
JP Morgan and others say we're going to have a global food crisis and mass migrant floods. I just think multi-level stages in, it's kind of a curse I have, I guess. It's how I think. Talk about 3D chess. We're doing it here. That's how we predict tomorrow's news today. But here's some reporters breaking down the fact that it's very destructive to have the Israel First lobby come in, become Trump's brain, and attack everybody that questioned the war. And a lot of them got emotional and did overcorrect and basically have become Democrat apologists at some levels in all of this. But I'm not those people, and I'm not mad at them.
He shakes his head really good, though.
I'm literally trying to defeat the
just agree with Alex, you fucking moron.
Basically.
And now
in 3 minutes.
We got Israel trying to flood him with Netanyahu to take full control when he's so unpopular even in Israel. So here's clip 16, and we'll go.
And here's the other thing. Like, Alex is forgetting that this guy he's a fence sitter. He has no stance on anything, on any major issue, really. He gives his hot takes, and then as soon as somebody challenges him, he caves on his last take.
Jeremy of Thequartering.
So don't worry, Tucker, you can come back. Don't worry, Joe, you can come back. Don't worry, Marjorie, you can come back. Don't worry, Thomas, you can come back. Don't worry, Alex, you can come back. Don't worry, Marjorie, you can come back. What do all these people have in common? They're either OG MAGA or they represent what was truly new MAGA in 24, and they brought along the numbers that got us a winning coalition. You know, all of these other people out there, they dismiss these criticisms and these people fracturing off. You act like you had a 10-point popular vote win or something. You don't. And let me just give everybody a little bit of a stat, and then I'll kick it back to you, because this is real, and these people can destroy the Republican Party if they choose to do so. So instead of, you know, mocking them and making fun of them, you should be trying to figure out how to court them back, because you chase them away for a tiny parasitic sliver of the coalition. Neocons are nothing. They're literally dying right in front of our faces, people. Lindsey Graham just corked off out of nowhere. Mitch McConnell is still alive, but he's not, okay? They're literally dying in front of our face, and you're sacrificing the future coalition, the future of America, our future ability to win elections for these dinosaurs who are going extinct. And the truth is, the comet has been heading to Earth for years. They just never saw it coming because they're too stupid and too old to see it. So
I don't know who that guy is, but he's smart and I want him on. But I don't want to be back at the cool table. I mean, quite frankly, Democrats get back in there trying to put me in prison. I'm not course corrected on Trump because of that, but it's a nice fringe byproduct that they might not be as interjected to put me in prison as they were last time.
Yeah, and by the way, am I wrong, or like, isn't it okay to change your opinion on something? Like, everybody's attacking Alex Jones because he's like, hey, I don't think this Iran war is a good idea. Right? Like, I think you should be. I don't respect the people that are just like MAGA forever, no matter what, and can't criticize Trump are kind of assholes to me. Like, you're just a cult member then. If he does something wrong, you should disagree with him.
Come after him. I'm not going to do softball interviews with Hunter Biden. So, bringing in Jeremy of Thequartering, popular YouTube and Rumble commentator.
Not popular.
Millions of subscribers.
Millions of bots,
brand,
yes.
Coffee.com, and a apolitical coffee company seeking just to get
Look at him shake that head.
coffee. So we're plugging.
He's got to correct the plug, too. He's going to correct the plug.
Though, if he's not taking Israeli money and not meeting with the Prime Minister of Israel secretly, and I'm not saying he is, he certainly is regurgitating the points, or maybe he just agrees with them. So, Jeremy, good to have you on with us.
Thanks, Alex. It's an honor to be on your show, and I appreciate you taking the time to have me on today and to discuss.
Way to glaze him.
Perhaps a small disagreement that we have. I think you're right. We agree on 98% of things, and I'm looking forward to this opportunity to try and hopefully refocus people, because I think there's a lot of infighting right now going on the right, whatever form of the right you want to talk about.
Yeah, that MAGA money is drying up. That's the problem. So they all started turning on each other, all the MAGA influencers, Tucker Carlson and Tim Pool and Candace Owens and Alex Jones and Thequartering.
And, you know, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated brutally, it was a real opportunity to finally defeat the left. And instead, it seems like the right is more focused on infighting in certain foreign countries. And that's why I'm here. I want to try to hopefully realign together before complete disaster with the midterms and then the 2028 election.
I agree with that. And, you know, early on, because the trannies were saying they were going to kill him and they celebrated, and George Zinn, you know, diverted them, and a bunch of them turned around instantly cheering. They knew.
There's a word you're not supposed to say anymore.
No, I don't think it's Israel, and I still can't prove it.
I didn't know that was such a bad word anymore, right? It is. You're not supposed to say train. When I was growing up, that's what you called them, trannies.
Yeah.
It wasn't derogatory.
Yeah, it was transvestite. Exactly. It was
transvestite, transsexual, both of them. We just grouped them together. That's a tranny.
Majority of people, I think that. And then I get called an Israeli operative for saying, come on, let's look at everything here. But then I learned about Kash Patel killing investigations into foreign involvement from other sources, later directly from Joe Kent, the head of counterterrorism, and then just everything else. I don't know what happened. I just don't buy the story. And I even told TPUSA highest levels early on, I said, have you asked Kash Patel about the 10 post in the 3 days before in the town saying he'll be dead when he comes here, and then they
Can
celebrated
I just
it,
point
and he
something
said,
out real
"Yeah."
quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that okay? All right.
Yeah, jump in. Everybody can jump in whenever they want. Yeah,
I know. I'm just trying to be respectful.
that's what you're here for.
I love that Jer's whole position. Okay, so coming into this, he was very adversarial towards Alex Jones. He gets on the show and he goes, Alex, let's just hold hands and get along so we can defeat the Democrats in the next 2 elections. And what is one of Jer's biggest criticisms of those of us who provide criticism of him? Well, it's that we are all a hive mind and that we're all participating in some kind of a group think mentality, that Jer bad by any means necessary, when he basically comes on here and professes the same type of mentality, which is you shouldn't be able to think independently. You shouldn't have internal disagreements to maybe try to make things better. And everybody should just get along for the sake of getting along, even if we think something is not right.
Which is politics in a nutshell. Always, it's always,
yeah.
vote all Republican or nothing. Vote all Democrat or nothing. Just depending on
Yeah,
one you subscribe to.
I
Looks
got
like he
all
could
these.
take a nap.
I got all these assholes
Nuts.
that are literally knocking on my door every day, telling me who to vote for. I hate politics.
10,
I do too.
10 or 15 texts a day. Just
Yeah.
checking in. Make sure you vote.
Primary is already passed in my state, but honestly, up until the primary, I was just every day getting phone calls and texts and people showing up at my door because I'm not registered to any political.
Yeah, I don't know how they get your phone number, but holy shit! Every time it's election
from
time,
the I think it's from the
public
the
records,
the voter registration.
Yeah,
but it's just like, I don't know. My point is that Jared's acting like a hypocrite here.
Absolutely.
That's really what
Absolutely.
wanted to point out.
Yeah, and then that's another thing he does. Like, he thinks if he helps somebody once, then no matter what he does, they should be ride or die on his side. You're not allowed to criticize him if he does something wrong, like flagging all these channels. And I saw you pointed out, Misty, what's going on? Now they're flagging YouTube accounts or Twitter accounts.
Twitter accounts are getting
They're
flagged
getting people
now, too.
banned from Twitter for posting things that are critical of him. Mr. Free Speech. What a piece of shit.
Yeah.
We think they might have known, but we can't convict them, so we're not going to go after them. Well, there's the proof. So why did Kash Patel do that? So I'm in the middle here, not on purpose. I'm usually decisive, but this is such a quagmire, such chaos, that I've criticized a lot of the stuff Candace has said, Egyptian planes and Fort Huachuca, and I get called, but then I've also criticized, people saying, oh, no, it's all open and shut when there's a lot of problems. I mean, so that's where I'm at.
Well, I think where I'm coming from, and obviously the bot conversation was not about you. The comment was not about you specifically, and sometimes that gets lost in translation. Like X, it's about anything, Israel bad seems to be heavily bought on X. I have no evidence of that.
I didn't want to see that again. I never wanted to see that again. Let's fast forward because YouTube's not going to like that either.
That you're getting a little like when you tweeted, I believe Israel was involved.
And the UIS are quiet.
Yeah. Do you still believe that Israel was involved? Because I think that is the core wedge issue.
I know why I'm
right now,
quiet,
when we should be focusing on the
politics.
left, who is laying back and continues to be demonic and continues to want us dead. And they are just gathering power across this.
Did he just put a? He just
did.
Mm-hmm.
He just gave him a Hitler stash.
Country. We see Muslims winning elections in Michigan. Texas is being overrun by Muslims. You guys are having more Islamic foot washing stations in there. People aren't talking about that. They're talking about, whether or not the Jews killed Charlie Kirk.
Well,
which
I am talking about Islamic. I am talking about Islamic foot washing stations and the giant Islamic invasion of Spain. Yeah. And then when I do, people go, why aren't you just attacking Israel? I cover China. I cover Israel. I cover the UK.
This is a fair point. He covers
everything.
everything.
ID laws in the U.S. I'm against any foreign group manipulating our country.
Me too. But I think when you say stuff like people are mad at me when I say this, it makes me concerned that you're worried about what people think. And that's not the old Alex Jones I know. I think you are on the right path.
Yeah, and meanwhile, he caves every time he's challenged on something. We're going to take a moment to thank some kind and generous benefactors. I forgot to mention we're a viewer-supported show. I read every super chat. Nurse Ladybird with one for the gold. Thank you for your kindness. Trolly Troll Troll. Wow, Jared ships his coffee and he drops shit at Walmart. That is correct. Trolly Troll Troll. He does drop shit at Walmart. I don't think they would let his coffee in their store if they know what he did to the bathrooms in that one. Go ahead. Guy Incognito. I will donate to anyone felting this coward. Jerham Belly. His kind needs to go away from these platforms. Hail Hydra. Yes, Hail Hydra. You cut off one head and 10 more grow. That's exactly the way it should be. Thank you, Guy Incognito, for your kindness, generosity, and support.
You were debunking a lot of this crazy
Jared's hot takes
There's
here.
zero evidence connecting Israel. Look, I'm sure they've done a lot of bad stuff. I'm not a pro-Israel guy. I think we're both the same here. I'm America first, America only. I don't care about Israel. I don't care about Qatar. I don't care about Germany. I care about American citizens in America, just like those people in Israel, Qatar.
Well, he cares about India.
Oh, yeah, he cares a lot about India, right?
He cares about the law of India.
He's paying that one Indian guy like $1 a day to run his dropship.
That's right.
Scam and customer service and stuff.
And Germany would care about their own citizens. But I have a problem. I have a real concern with people getting sucked in to what I believe is a concerted effort to divide the right. And I feel like some people are getting sucked into it because they see all the interaction and they see how popular this stuff is on X. And so they think, well, maybe I'm wrong. They gaslight themselves because, you know, the bot army, I mean, who benefits from dividing the right now? And that's what we should really be asking ourselves, not whether or not Candace Owens' absurd lies about Tyler Robinson are true or not. She should be ignored completely because she is clearly driven to destroy the right and perpetrating her narrative, which is, of course, exclusively, anybody who's looking at this honestly, is that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. She's had a bunch of offshoots from that, but that is the core tenet of what she is
just a word
claiming.
salad. It's just word salad. He's just throwing words together.
Yeah, it's like he borrowed talking points from every anti-Candace Owens. Not that I'm a fan of her. She's a nut job.
And that is why I believe it's also artificially inflated on multiple places.
Okay, well,
Even
I'm just
Hassan
being honest
Piker.
when I point out, we'll get to Hassan Piker in a moment, frothing communist Islamicist. But I just call the balls and strikes. So when you say people get pissed off at me at one thing or the other, I don't care, but I do mention what people are saying because I'm into what the population thinks.
Who would have ever thought that Alex Jones would look 10 times healthier than Jeremy?
I know.
Holy man. And he's supposed to be
very true.
He's crying that he's on a 500 calorie a day diet while also saying he's doing 10,000 steps. Isn't 10,000 steps
There's no way.
4 miles?
No way.
There's no way a big fat guy is doing 4 miles and only eating 500 calories. There's
and not
no
still
way.
looking like this, you know.
No, he looks all pasty and beat up.
So any implication that I go with what pressure is the opposite. I neurotically do whatever I believe is real. There's not even, my brain doesn't even ever.
Boy, he's still sucking on those zins, boy.
Think
Look at
about
him.
pulling back from pressure and having to go into pressure.
He's probably got 6 of them in.
But
what he's saying, Jeremy, is he doesn't go and he doesn't strike other people's YouTube channels and get them banned off of X. That's what he's saying.
He lets people have their say. Yeah.
People go, well, what's up? You expose Israel financing all this propaganda in America, and you expose the other. Which side are you on? I'm on the side of being aware of this. So, yeah, it's known that Qatar spends all this money. It's known these other people do, but so does Israel, is my point. And then you've got Tim Pool saying Alex must have gotten the call. Well, I'm wondering, he needs a name from who? Because I didn't get a call, as Tim admits, from Netanyahu to meet secretly with him. And then when it came out, Tim said, yeah, I did meet, but it's secret what we said, Chatham House rules. So nobody's got me meeting with people secret. No one can find it. If they ever do, it's AI. It's not real. I am funded by the listeners. I mean, I can even get a lot of great sponsors, but quite frankly, I'm so busy. You got to court them. You got to jack with it. It's a big hassle. I'd rather just sell cool stuff and not
those supplements he sells.
Hey, Coffee Brand Coffee would sponsor you, man.
Oh, Lord.
So,
yeah.
But the whole point is that and I will tell you, I like your little thing claiming Rex, my son, who I love and who's really smart. You think Rex tells me what to say? You think Rex is my Worm tongue or whatever his name is?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's Rex, but I'm just relaying also, just like you, I read.
So you're saying what
posts.
Tim said, I get a call. I get calls.
No, I don't think you got a call.
So he's backpedaling.
Now he's
on
backing
this
out
now.
of what he said. Yeah,
Watching
now
you
he's
would
backing
agree
down
with
of what
me when I
he
say-
did say that. He did say that his Rex is telling him what to say and feeding him things.
Okay. So you took a hard 180 about
Which, it's his son. Of course they're going to talk about different issues. They're both interested in the same issues.
a few months ago. Now,
Well, the only calls I listen to are the.
I mean, knowing what's going on in the world is the only reason to even talk to your kids these days. I mean, it's the only reason I talk to mine.
No, I'm
you know?
joking.
hey,
The
you
point
look
is,
great.
thank you. You look great too. The
Listen
point
to the
is
felting
is
or the glazing. Oh, you look so great, Alex. Ooh, what just happened? Small hiccup. How did I lose the... Oh, I lost the feed. Where were we at? Does anybody remember? Oh, no. 1 second here.
he is boosted. So just
Why do you
because
think
that's
that
all,
is, Alex?
well, no. Just because I say all that on air, just because that's true doesn't mean I ignore all this. Is the left using this, and Trump and the FBI covering up what really happened? Yeah, but they're the ones that covered it up, that opened the door for this. I told TPUSA, come out and go after the accomplices. Go out and talk about the FBI cover-up. I told them this days after. I predicted all of this. I said this will bring down TPUSA, and they did not listen to me. We'll be right back.
Well, that's one of the 87 ad reads. The ad reads were all cut out, so that's
If
good.
you are receiving this
Yeah.
Which I find really
I
hard
hope
to
none of
believe
this music is
that
copyrighted.
that tone down.
I didn't check.
But here's a little piece we put together on the eighth front war, the eighth front in the eighth front war that Netanyahu talked about. Then he met with Tim Pool, called him secretly, and met. And Tim Pool later admitted, how to deal with the anti-Semitism, which means the anti-war.
Too, I forgot to mention, but Jeremy said that he got Elon Musk to unban Alex Jones.
He claims it was his tweet.
He actually said that. He actually said that he got Alex Jones. It's like, I made you, right? I got your channel back. Lion L5K5P with £5 and 1 for the gold. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support.
With these podcasters, because Israel admits they're losing the eighth front.
I forgot to check in with the Kick Chat. I'll do that now. They're probably throwing pennies at me by now.
On the American people.
Full moral support.
That's
moral support.
Of the ADL. Here's a
moral support. Yes.
How much of this show is scripted? I mean, I want to know how much did he have to
come out in many ways victorious.
Tell them exactly what he was going to say, and can he veer off of the script during this interview?
Right.
You're right.
That was what I was curious about too, is how much of this was Jeremy prepped on beforehand? Because I don't know if you guys saw last night.
Oh yeah, he posted his whole strategy for this, and then he didn't follow any of the things he said he was going to talk about or do.
Yeah, because nothing he wanted to say was approved, and so they gave him what he could say, and that's why he looks probably just more confused than normal.
Oh, look at the kick support. Nose Goblin said a full send, 100 kicks. Thank you very much for that. And we've got Anti-Annihilator 5000 just resubscribed. Has been a subscriber on Kick for 8 months. Thank you for your kindness. FF9000 sent a hype. Winter Soldier sent a hype, 10 kicks. Thank you all for the kick support. We love the kick support because we get to keep most of it. So that's a good thing.
But there's an eighth front, and that's the front for the hearts and minds of people, especially young people in the West. And for me, especially in the United States, and for me, especially...
I want to be an Israeli shill. Weren't they giving out checks, or was that all like a conspiracy theory? They were giving people checks to say pro-Israeli stuff, right? Like you get $6,000 or something?
Yeah, I'll get on board.
Wing of the United States.
I could use $6,000 right now.
Yeah.
Social media, this is the new battlefield. This is the eighth front. The disinformation campaign is among us, It takes a second for a lie to circulate the world, and then you have to battle it with the only weapon you have, which is the truth. So what Israel is fighting here is not merely a seven-front war, which I'll have to attend to in a few minutes, but an eighth-front war. It's the war, ultimately, of civilization against barbarism.
But we need the kind of genius that manufactured Apollo Gold pagers and infiltrated Hezbollah for over a decade.
That's crazy. Let's use pager bombs on those deemed anti-Semitic, right? That's a little crazy.
A little, yeah.
A little. Hey, if you're anti-Israel, we're going to blow you up.
Battle. We need the kind of courage that executed Operation Deep Layer inside Syria and destroyed Iranian missile manufacturing capabilities to undertake this mission.
The Mossad is no joke, though. They gave everybody that had to take them like years to figure out, like, let's manufacture these pagers and get them in the hands of our enemies. And then one day we're just going to push the button and blow all those people up. That's crazy.
Jerusalem clashed over values with a great tragedy for the Jewish people. But the new Rome, the United States.
We monitor them online, social media, messaging apps.
All right, this is Alex Jones and his that's a lot. We'll get back to the talk between these guys. Oh, jeez.
By somebody, he said, I got a call. I want to know by who, because I didn't. Going back to Jeremy of Thequartering, thequartering.com. Moving away from the black hole, this is Charlie Kirk assassination, so sad. We can get into that more if you want. Just in general, what do you think Trump should do to try to win the midterms and pivot away? I mean, obviously, in this war, well, Netanyahu doesn't want this war ended.
Yeah, I think considering the price of gas, there's no winning the midterms here.
Well, I think there's a couple of things that Trump could do, but he's running out of time to do it. I think, as I mentioned earlier, perception is reality, and the cost of living, I think, is still more important to more everyday.
For once, I agree with Jeremy.
Than
that's
Iran
a first.
Issue. I agree. The Iran issue is a mess, but that is also contributing to the cost of living. He needs to get a resolution, obviously, as quick as possible.
Just call me ropes and a hell yeah, and another hell yeah.
Makes the price of everything.
Thank you for that.
Oil, really. Oil is a part of almost everything we do, and it increases the prices and the cost of living.
Over the three hell yeahs.
Prices.
Thank you for that.
Most Americans between 18 and 40, and I don't think this is an apolitical poll. The idea, the dream, the American dream of owning a home with a white picket fence seems impossible. And that's why you're seeing so many of these communists. We had one nearly win here in Wisconsin that won the Democratic nomination. And that's why I'm talking about what's most important to me is re-galvanizing the biggest voices on the right. Now, I know the right is splintered, but he needs to figure out a way to get the Alex Joneses of the world and the Tucker Carlsons of the world and the Candace Owens of the world to either see that this is a
show for him,
focus on
even if he's
Americans
doing
really
bad shit or
about,
wrong shit. Yeah.
Or this fracturing is going to cost him the midterms and perhaps the Republicans of 2028 elections. Obviously, you know, there you can say whatever about J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio as the potential, runners there, but the midterms are not going to go well if things don't get more affordable. That's one of the biggest reasons Trump gets elected, right?
Oh, the dirty lying grifters of the world.
You can't back down every time there's an optics issue, every time there's another illegal that, gets shot during a stop, he backs off on that. So we're together on that. I think Trump needs to redeploy ICE and stop caring what the media says.
Yes,
he needs to worry about cost of living.
For
and
that
whatever
debate,
he does,
really?
He has to do it quickly.
Well, Andrew Wilson put up a give send go asking his audience. Yeah, he put up a give send go asking his audience to help fund the $300,000 he promised to Candace Owens for doing that debate.
Wow, what a waste of money! Give her $3. That was a train wreck. And I don't know. I don't think he was well prepared for that. Like, she has such a history of pushing absolute bullshit. He should have just hammered her on all the time she was wrong about shit.
The right. I think big voices like you, someone who is a
glazed
truth
again,
seeker,
big voices like you, a truth seeker,
will be more vocal about this op that is happening to divide the right. And we have people saying,
he used a credit card he'll never pay.
Vote Democrat. You can't do that because
that is the theory.
The worst option of the lesser of two evils.
They don't have debtors prison anymore. Why not?
Yeah,
I'm hoping after our talk today that
I had a career in commercial credit for a long time. You know what happens to you if you don't pay credit card bills? Nothing. Nothing happens.
You wait it out. I mean,
they try to sue you.
7 years, but
Yeah, they
Yeah.
try to see you take your wages if they can, but otherwise they really
Yeah,
don't
but
do
it has to be a
anything else.
garnishing state. So and
Yeah.
people are smart. Like I used to call people to try to get them to pay the bill for the company that I work for, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I don't live in a garnishment state. Fuck off. I'm not paying." You know.
They'll still try to intimidate your employer, and as long as they don't cave,
Yeah.
not
Well,
gonna
they
be a
can
problem.
only do that if it's a garnishment state.
Maybe
Yeah.
prioritize the division of the right a
Same for judgments. You could take somebody to court and win a judgment against them. They don't have to pay that.
little higher.
There's only a few
than-
things you really have to pay. That's student loans, which that's even in question these days, and of course IRS.
Yeah. You can't get out of
some
those
of the
two.
stuff that's currently dividing.
Even if you die, the IRS is still
Yeah.
coming after your family.
Well, I mean, the media
Candace Owens
focuses
is out
on
there.
certain things. I say I've been prioritizing
Checking your teeth for
getting
gold
Trump back, but
fillings.
you've seen all his statements about
Yeah.
affordability is not real. I don't care about America's economic plight. I care about the war. I don't care about Medicare.
Eating while
Medicaid.
he's doing the
It's
show.
Is he eating?
Alex, like he was just finishing a meal. He's
Say, who cares about $20 burritos? So I don't see Trump course correcting. I mean, if he does it course correct, and maybe there's no time with 2.5 months left, what do you think happens?
Don't we think too that these politicians they're all living millionaires' lifestyle. They have no idea what it's like to be a working
Of course
dad
they
or
don't.
a working mom or a working family or any of that stuff. They have no idea. You know?
They have no answers.
I keep joking like rich people splurging. Fuck it, I'm going to buy a new car. Me splurging. I'm going to fill my whole gas tank. I'm going to fill the whole. I haven't been filling the whole tank. I'm just doing 25 at a time, which is stupid because then I just go twice. It doesn't matter. You should just fill it.
I can't let I can't let my gas tank go below half a tank because if I do, I start going, oh no, it's going to be really expensive now.
It's going to be more expensive, yeah.
Mhm.
Luckily, I only have to fill it about like once a month, and so it's pretty good.
Yeah, I wish I would have filled some 55-gallon tanks before this bullshit war started.
There will be a blue wave at the.
You know what my wife did? I don't know. I don't understand this. BJ's has some kind of a deal where if you get a BJ's card, which is like $30, you get gas for I think it's 90 days for $2.85.
I know there's some good deals where you get
Stuff like that, or maybe it's 30
gallons.
days. Maybe it's 30 days. I don't know.
Terms, and we will lose the 2028 elections. Probably as laughable as this is to AOC. I mean, we see Democrat operatives like Hassan Piker coming around and supporting Candace Owens. Why?
I don't see AOC ever winning the presidency. She's too dumb.
Specifically because she's divided the right. And if the right does not regalvanize, and I'm not...
Yeah, wow, 76 more days. They better wrap that war up fast.
I'm a fan of the big tent, but I'm a fan of it when it really matters, when we're talking about the midterms, when we're talking about presidential elections. And if we don't regalvanize and understand that while we're upset about these things, we're letting the other guys win, I just don't think that that's a winner strategy. I don't think checking out and getting blackpilled and having people putting out constant demoralizing demoralizing Americans content out there.
Well, there is a competition to
win.
show how anti-Trump you are. That's not what I've done. But at the same time, you can't cover up Epstein and say it doesn't exist and you're not MAGA if you believe it. I mean, look what just broke. Palm Beach County Clerk of Courts, Mike Caruso, arrested on child sex abuse charges. Mike Caruso, the Palm Beach County Clerk of Courts, the staunch ally of Florida Ron DeSantis, was charged Tuesday morning on charges linked to child sexual abuse of his grandson. State officials.
I will say, if there's ever a photo to make someone look like a creep, that definitely.
He looks like a PDF file right there. That just looks like right at
grandson. Damn.
Straight out of Central Casting.
And it just goes on. It just goes on from there. So, Trump, MTG said it. He later said it. Oh, this would embarrass my friends. Ludnick is involved with Epstein, lied about it. Earlier this morning, with substantial assistance from the FDLE and local law enforcement, Palm Beach County Clerk of Court Michael Caruso was arrested on charges related to child sex abuse. The statement said the investigation is ongoing and we will provide more information.
Damn Florida man.
Public at the
Florida man.
Appropriate time.
Do you know there's a guy that does a whole show, Florida Man. He does a whole show. The whole show is people in Florida that did things.
Why does this
I'm a Florida man. I mean, it was 110 degrees today. It's goddamn Florida. Most people who are Florida man, who are the Florida man, are never from Florida. They always come here and become Florida man. They're almost always from somewhere else.
Absolutely.
But just because they control these people, they put them in charge. The suspension order indicated an arrest warrant out of Orange County indicating that Caruso is facing 5 felony charges: kidnapping, lewd or lascivious molestation, lewd or lascivious exhibition, luring or exciting a child, and child abuse, mental injury. The sexual abuse began in 2024, continued until about...
That's a wood chipper case right there. Throw him in a wood chipper.
Yeah. The victim of sexual abuse was one of his grandchildren, a boy under the age of 12, according to the affidavit. Caruso has 7 children.
Oh,
I mean,
and I'm sure this was his favorite. I'm sure that's the only one he messed around with. My ass. You need to check all this.
Yeah. By the time they get arrested for it, they've got, I think they have multiple victims.
It's just par for the course. And I wonder if Trump will tell us that
there's a crazy serial killer case in Philadelphia right now. They think that the guy killed like 10 or 20 women. It's crazy.
You're not MAGA if you think this exists. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think that there's nobody who's been more on the forefront of exposing these creeps on both sides of the aisle in power than you, Alex.
Another glaze. How many glazes are we up to? You look great,
lost
Alex.
Count.
I'll be your sponsor, Alex.
That's all they got approved, I guess.
I think the answer to that,
after talking all this shit about him and his son, now he's just glazing him, licking his butthole the whole interview,
is that we push for the prosecution. We cheer for the prosecution of creeps. We celebrate it, but we don't let it distract us from the fact that we're about to lose the country to people who want to put us in camps, to people who want us dead. I think you can hold 2 ideas, one in each hand. One that says, not happy with the way things are going right now. We haven't really drained the swamp, and Trump's had 2 terms to do it, and he hasn't really done it.
Well, they're really big on turning people into Hitler. Is that Trump as Hitler? American fascist?
Yeah. There's a pragmatic side, Alex, that I believe people are missing, and that is by withholding your vote or, voting Democrat. People have already forgot just how bad 2020 to 2024 was. Most people forgot the lockdowns. Who did that? Democrats locked us down. And so this is the
I'm pretty sure that was both sides. Really.
What happened to the rule? It was always the internet rule. If you bring up Hitler, if you call someone Hitler, you basically lose the argument because it's the easiest, lowest hanging.
Yeah, they got nothing. They have nothing if they start calling you a Nazi or Hitler or whatever. Like, it's ridiculous.
Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, in my opinion, and anybody amplifying their views, which is why I criticized you about amplifying their views, because I think they are, and Marjorie Taylor Greene's another one. I think these people went from diehard MAGA to suddenly America bad. I'm going to start a third party. It all seems, now you're the master of this, put the pieces together. These people are working together to divide America.
They'll never let anybody start a third party. People have tried. It's impossible.
His second term has been largely a disappointment, in my opinion. But the answer is not to support the Democrats, because look at what Hassan Piker, who wants us all dead in the streets, is saying. I love Candace Owens because why? She's dividing the right. And what my goal is to reunite the right and galvanize ourselves with.
Now Jeremy's going to be the savior of the Republican Party somehow. Like, that's a little presumptuous, dude. You can't even run a coffee company
in the election, but then continue to try to hold.
I'm surprised his head still fits in that frame. I'm not going to lie.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Accountable. The Jeffrey Files release
still not one answer of how to do anything. It's always you got to do this. You got to agree with these people. Don't argue. Always. There's no real substance. No actual answer.
Yeah, there's no actual plan.
Anything.
But he knows the way to go. Yeah.
How far into this video are we right now? How many minutes in? About 34. About halfway.
Minutes. Yeah.
They still haven't even addressed the
reason
why.
that they were here. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So this was kind of clickbaity. So this is typical. It's typical Alex Jones playbook, though. Like, start a big controversy and then have the person on and then barely address it, right? Like, Matthias with One for the Goal is correct. Florida man exists because they have the Sunshine Law. The real freaks are from Germany. The Sunshine Law means that all of the court records, documents, arrest records, everything is public record. So that's why there's so many stories of these Florida man crazy people, because it's easy to get the records and make clickbait with it.
There's a great documentary called Florida Man. It's I'll give you the link later. It's a great film.
Debacle.
That's
we
got to
both
be
agree
fun.
on that. I happen to think there is no chance Trump is in them. They would have released it while Obama was president. They would have released it when he was running in 2016. They would have released it while Biden was president in 2020 running against him. They had a billion opportunities to release if they had anything on Trump. We agree the deep state is corrupt. They probably destroyed all the evidence. You and I are probably on the exact same page about what really happened on that island. But the facts remain. Trump did nothing, and Trump is not in those files. If he was, it would have been released.
Sure, but Jeremy,
Yes,
let me
the
explain
machine-
something, and you seem like an astute guy, and so I think you're going to get this, or maybe you disagree.
Drop that link in chat if it'll actually go. It may not go. I don't know.
Yeah, years later, nobody has actually been arrested for any of that stuff, except for Ghislaine Maxwell for trafficking children. But what about the people she trafficked those children to? None of them got arrested. So something's not right with that whole situation.
When people would criticize Trump in the last year and a half, even mildly, the surrogates would come out and attack us, the never-Trumpers, mainly the Israeli operatives. Trump would join in on it, then all the influencers would pack on, and people said, screw you. A lot of this isn't because they're getting Qatari money, or they're with Hassan Piker secretly, or they're, vacationing with Hunter Biden. It's that they're overcorrecting to say, fine, we're done.
Actually, I think a vacation with Hunter Biden might be interesting, right? Do you get free crack cocaine and hookers, maybe? I don't know.
With you, kind of subconsciously, maybe consciously, the Democrats want to put us in prison, so let's just be buddies with them and kind of just give up and punch out. Because MTG didn't tell me this, but I knew she was going to resign about a week before.
MistyMochii followed the channel. If you become a follower on Kick during the live broadcast, we give you a big shout out. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And your mom's ooze just sent a full send.
She's in Costa Rica. She's out on
And
the
Just
boat,
Call Me
wherever.
Rope sent a full
She's on
send.
vacation.
100
She's
kicks
retired. Now,
from your mom's ooze.
Tucker's
That's
told me.
gross.
He never wants the president.
Your mom's
He might
ooze?
support
What?
somebody to inject new ideas, but mainly talking
Just
to
Call
Joe
Me
Kent
Rope
and
sent
others
another
and
kick.
him.
Thank you.
This is mainly this third-party talk, a way to put their platform out to get back control of the Republican Party, what original OG MAGA was. And I agree that if Trump would
Shaking
do
his
all
head.
branches of these people, it would neutralize that.
You ever see
energy
those
in a good
dogs
way.
that you
I
put
don't
in
mean
your
like
car
neutralize
that
it,
just do
neutralize
this?
it. Like, you put a base in with an
He's a bobblehead.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
bobblehead.
then we
Yeah.
can off-ramp this and
Just
then listen
agree.
to them.
Just agree,
And
moron.
he's starting to, go sideways with Israel. He's starting to say Netanyahu is a crook and his own worst enemy. And
Do we think he's going to get any bump whatsoever from this? I don't think he is. I don't think he's going to get any viewers from this.
It's
None.
hard to say.
If he does,
In
I'd
my
be
opinion-
surprised.
In my opinion, it's hard to say because I don't know what kind of deal he worked out with Rumble, but he is, every time he does his weekday live stream, he is on the front page. So it's really hard from a live stream standpoint to tell what is actual organic growth and what is
Yeah, and those aren't real
artificially
viewers.
inflated.
Those are just
I
people
think-
that go to rumble.com and it gets counted as a viewer for him.
Correct. He also has been accused of botting as well. And I think the real test would be in his video views. If he suddenly gets a bump up in his video views, I think that could be a correlation between him doing this interview today. But genuinely speaking, I don't think this is going to move the needle personally.
And unless he starts talking about the chemicals that turn the frogs gay, he's not going to keep any of those Alex Jones viewers, right?
Didn't I see a post of him getting 100K subs overnight?
Yes. He got 100K subs in 1 week. And
Germinal
previously-
Decline posted that. I can try and find it.
Yes, I appreciate that. We'll see.
so
We'll look at
Trump
that.
came out against the
That's buying subs. You don't get 100K overnight like that.
NDAA in the Senate.
No, that's not correct. Like, if you were on a huge show and then you suddenly had to jump in subscribers, like Misty, we were both just on Yellow Flash's show. I got a nice little bump, but a reasonable one, like 100 subs or something. That makes sense. But like, he wasn't on anything to suddenly just get 10,000 subs overnight.
Basically merging us with the Israeli military, and it really says that. It says integrate, fuse, all of it.
And this show is live on Rumble only. Is that correct?
His live stream, yeah.
Alex Jones.
Years. We need to see real action here. And I agree. I would love to salvage this. And, you know, doesn't mean I endorse the Epstein cover-up, but just for the party itself, it's hurting everything. I would love to see Trump stop pressing on the gas for accelerating this fight. You're telling me to stop the fight. You must not watch the show. This is exactly what I've been saying.
Of course he doesn't watch your show unless he thinks he could get a bump out.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I think one of the biggest mistakes Trump made was leaving X, because during his first term,
I have that page ready whenever you want.
It's in
yeah,
it's in the
I put it up there.
Okay, yeah, I'll get that together for us.
Yeah, no worries.
Take a look at it. Thank you for.
Oh
no, that's Florida Man.
Yeah, that's for some other.
Here, I'll drop the link. There you go.
In the private chat. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I got it now. Yes, Germinal Decline, which is great. Is it germinaldecline.com? And it's at Germinal Decline on YouTube. Congratulations to Jer for gaining 100,000 new subs in the last 9 days. Truly remarkable with no increase in viewership. A mere 77x increase in sub rate and 80x increase in subs per view. Wow. Look at this. Totally organic. Nothing to see here. YouTube bot subs. Oh boy. Incredible organic growth. Insanity. Doesn't this dilute the value of whatever organic viewership he has left? Totally organic.
Yes, it does.
Bots don't buy his shitty coffee or send in super chats. Bots is just a terrible idea. I managed social media for people for a time, and you'd be surprised how many rappers that I worked for, like, that would want me to get them like get me 1 million views. I'm going to drop a new video. And I would try everything. Like, listen, I don't do bots. No bots are going to buy your album on Spotify. No bots are going to buy anything from you. Like, they just want to look good. They just want to be able to say, like, yo, I dropped a new video and it got 1 million views.
Mm-hmm.
It got 1 million bot views from China, India, and Bangladesh. It's not going to help your career. It's not going to do anything.
They just want to see the big number, right?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
I know there's a Philly band that I used to know. I used to play with them way back in the day when I had a band. And like, they do things like that. Like, it's a Philly band that only people in Philly and only real rock people that hang out at rock bars all the time would even know who they are. They drop a music video. They have 300,000 views. Like, it's not organic. And then they brag about it. Like, we just made a video and we got 300,000 views. Bots are stupid. It's just the stupidest thing you could do. It doesn't do anything for your organic growth. They don't buy anything, right? It's just stupid.
Yeah.
So do you think he's doing that to felt the trolls? Like, look, my channel's still growing or something like that, I guess.
He's doing it to paper over his decline. He wants to still appear like he's successful. That's why he had stolen all of that short content, because he needed a shit ton of shorts to paper over his declining long form views. And the only way he could pump out that much slop was from stealing it from other creators.
Yeah, I don't understand that whole situation and how he's allowed to even do that on YouTube. Especially a 1 million sub channel. You would think that YouTube would pay a little attention to 1 million plus sub channels and what they're doing.
He has received some copyright takedowns over the last month or so. He has started to get some of his content struck down. I think he's had 2 copyright takedowns and 1 community guideline strike over the shorts. And I know we were just looking at Germinal Decline, but if there's anyone out there in your audience who isn't familiar with what that website is, Germinal Decline has a section on it specifically about the shorts, and it is it links what Jer has done to all of the original content creators, and it links their YouTube pages. So it tracks if those have been privated, deleted, or taken down. So,
look at this too. Update on the remarkable subscriber growth that the Quartering channel is currently experiencing. The channel has now gained 70,000 subscribers in the last 5 days. Channels over 1 million subs report sub growth in steps of 10,000. It took 41 days between the last step. So 41 days without the counter moving, then 70,000 in 5 days. He's buying subs.
And now it's 100,000 because that was August 14th.
That's crazy.
So that was 4 days ago.
100,000 subs in like 2 weeks. He's buying
100,000 in like 45 days. Because that 70K number was from 4 days ago. So another 30. He's gotten another 30K since then.
That is crazy.
You think he's doing it like through? This is his YouTube channel, right? That's getting the subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can do it legitimately and promote your video through YouTube, and you can get a lot of.
Yeah, he's either buying bots or he's spending shit tons of money. Promoting his channel.
We do know that he is spending money to promote his videos as ads.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I know that he's had his video appear on as an ad on Don Florgandy's channel, for example.
That's great.
I think it happened on someone else's channel too. It happened on someone else's channel too. I just can't remember who. Chat remind me.
At least legitimate, but it's still not going to really do anything for him.
It's just papering over. It's just another way to paper over the numbers for Social Blade. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy that he's advertising on detractor channels.
Debates. You would see, like, he would do something unpopular, he would get shredded on X, and then he would revamp. Now he spends all his time on Truth, where it's essentially an echo chamber.
Well, I can tell you back then, this is even in documentaries I've talked about, he really was the guy on the phone reading replies and doing it. Now they say, sir, security, you can't have the phone most of the time. He dictates a lot of it, but a lot of the Truth Social is not him. Okay, and they've admitted that. They've admitted that. So you're right. He's more in a silo now. He's more.
No, that's what's crazy. Did you know this? There's a full-time employee of Donald Trump who has his phone and whatever, or a tablet, I don't know, and she just stands next to him and he says shit and she posts it immediately. You know what I mean? Like, she follows him around and he's like Iran is going to be destroyed if they don't make a deal, and then she posts it to Truth Social like the very next second. Do you know what I mean? She follows.
That's crazy.
She follows him around all day. That's her job.
Yeah. That's the biggest problem, I think. I think we agree, and I think that this is a good common ground, that regardless of whether or not I agree or disagree with this, the Tuckers or the Marjorie Taylor Greens or Candace Owens or whatever, the reality is a lot of their viewers are real, and they were or are former or current Trump voters. And Trump does really need to.
Actually, it's surprising the decline of some of those people. Like, Megyn Kelly is doing terrible right now in views. It's surprising. I would think that she would still be doing good on her own on YouTube. She was for a while, but now not so much.
Acknowledge it. I'm not saying he needs to just do wholesale. You didn't say that either. You should just maybe look.
Well, that's what they do.
Yeah, this is supposed to be in his barn. That's crazy.
They say you have no influence, but if we lose, it's your fault.
Chandelier.
These people, especially Tucker.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right up there.
Yeah.
If I had to say, it's Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson, and then, I'm not trying to be in pole position. I've been number one before. It's not fun, but I'm in the top 10 or so. But consistently, it's Joe Rogan, Tucker Carlson. Tucker has more power than he had at Fox. And I told him, this is only in a private conversation, but I said, I get you overcorrected. I think you may have overcorrected with the Hunter Biden fawning, but I said, I still respect it, whatever. But remember, these guys would love to put us all in prison and the censorship and the COVID. And I'm not going to say what
you can't blame Tucker, though. He knew that if he interviewed Hunter Biden, he'd get shit tons of views, right? And as a content creator, I might cave for that kind of thing, too.
Said back. It's just that, I mean, I've said it on air. And that's where I stand. But I mean, Tucker is a real guy. Like, he doesn't really hunt. He's not really, no. He is agonized over the fact that he supported Trump. He feels guilty about it. He feels really guilty. He used to be like a neocon pro-war. That drives him. The Tucker you see on air, that's the real thing. He's like a young Santa Claus or something.
Young Santa Claus. What?
I believe that that's the real Tucker. I believe that these people, that there's a kernel of truth to the things that they're saying, but I do believe it's mostly
Well, listen,
driven.
listen, I've been in his house, his houses, his dad's old house, his house. I've been in his hunting lodges. That's all he does. He knows every hillbilly out there. He's got hunting lodges everywhere. He obsesses and fishes constantly on this. Everything else is a side deal to that. And there's photos and stuff all over when you're in his house of him with his dad when he's a little kid fishing and hunting there. But I hear this like, oh, he's this rich kid. He doesn't really hunt. He doesn't really care. Tucker Carlson, you see, let me tell you something. I can go to a shooting range with 5 or 6 special ops guys, and I shoot better than almost all of them all the time. Tucker Carlson didn't want him on camera. He goes, well, it's a little too, I don't want to, it's a little bit, a little too militaristic. He can outshoot me, okay? And let me tell you, I'm a sharpshooter, buddy.
Yeah, maybe we'll come down there and we'll go to the range together, and you can teach me a thing or two. I just think, I know we're running out of time. I think we agree. I think the common ground is that
the guest is hurrying the host.
The host, yeah.
Yeah,
if you're on a show with a host that get millions of views, you don't hurry the host.
Yeah. Oh, no. Right? Because I feel like that has a negative connotation. But there are people on the right who genuinely did support him for a period of time and are upset. And I don't think it's valuable for him to, call people low IQ and to go after people like that who have supported him. The same way, Alex, I think you should pick up the phone and call Tim. I don't think you guys publicly spatting.
He's not rich. He's on a permanent vacation.
Well, you know why I went after him? Because I've been thinking privately, I've been too nice to people. He's done some, and it was the fact that he was basically dancing on my political grave that wasn't real.
No, he's
when it
just
had
there
already
to
come out,
glaze
it was an
Alex,
X problem.
yes.
Okay. So, and maybe
but that's not what I talked to him. That's not
It's
how
Miller time. Jared's got to go. That's why
he
he's
really
rushing
doesn't feel
Alex.
that way. He is a strong supporter, and he was genuinely hurt. He was his reply to you was just, I get it. It's acts, not a context comes through and everything. But do it privately, because I think you and Tim have an incredible long-term. You guys have got some of the most epic shows in history streaming together. And, I don't think he's against you, Alex. I think that.
Well, I'll tell you what I thought. I'll tell you why I went in and did that last night, like 7 o'clock. I was already tired, but it was 4
look at him
a.m.
grab that.
And I almost
He's
didn't do it.
nervous.
Pretending it's Alex.
Yeah, this is just nervous energy.
Makes me feel bad. But I'm not a vindictive person.
Look, I didn't get my talking points in.
Saying,
I'm too busy glazing Alex Jones.
Guys are unpopular when the pro-war people are unpopular. Everybody knows that. And it looked to me like he just piled on and maybe got the talking point. I'm not accusing him of that, but I don't meet secretly with the Israeli prime minister.
Thanks, Arlene. Thank you very much.
I know, Alex. I totally dude. Nobody's more under attack than Alex Jones, and anybody, even if they're providing, harsh criticism,
Another
or sharp
glaze.
criticism, or maybe it's sarcastic and it doesn't come across right. Like, I think you and Tim should. Will you give Tim a call later and just sort this out? Are you open to that? Because we need you. Even if Trump isn't our guy, we're going to have a new president in 2028.
Well, sure. In the interest of not infighting, I won't do that. But I've already said a lot of mean things about Tim, and maybe I just want to have a big war. Maybe I'm in Godzilla mode, but we'll see. Hold on, Salty Cracker. It needs to come on the show because for whatever retard thing, I know 2 different people. I had a brain fart and called you Salty Cracker when I know you're the quartering. I want to have both you guys on together soon because I'm a fan of both your shows. Stay right there.
Rattling the Zanny
do a few more
bottles.
minutes with us before I come back in the next hour. I have a special guest in studio, but will you do like 15 more minutes with us?
Sure, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks upset that he has to do another 15 minutes on a show with millions of subscribers. He looks like he's upset. Like,
I'll tell you why.
15 more minutes. Why is that?
I'll tell you why. Because at this point, it was time for him to go live on his channel, and he didn't want to miss out on that sweet front page time.
Oh, and the bump too. Like, I was just on Alex Jones. Yeah.
Yep.
And again, the best website for you is thequartering.com.
Panic diarrhea. That could be it too.
I got a few other items with you. Discussion about this, but thought-provoking with Jeremy from the Quartering. Now,
and then he waves like he's
Let me
leaving.
do this. I did a 45-second plug in the first hour. Okay, Jeremy, really great guy. But who knows?
I'm sorry, I knew that was copyrighted music. So
what is your view about life after Trump? What should we be doing? I think we should be, really talking about the platform against the Democrat Socialists of America.
That right there tells you everything about
Jeremy, what's your
politics
view
right
on
there.
this?
Well,
Like,
I'm sorry.
nothing about solving
First of
anything.
all,
Just a list
I'd
of
love to go
names
to
that you
that.
should
I
vote
see that
for
sounding
because.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. They hand you the handout. Here's the voting guide.
Dallas, so maybe we can meet up there, and you could take me out for a fancy steak dinner, and we can wrestle or something like that. But I mean, I think that America needs Christ right now.
Did you see Alex's face when
Yeah,
Jared said?
yeah, like I'm not gonna eat with you, you asshole.
He just shook his head like, "Are you kidding?"
I happen to believe that there is something at a large scale. I know not everybody's religious, but like at a demonic level. And what's happening is,
Mr. Christian.
while we're all infighting,
I wonder how Jesus would feel about destroying people's livelihoods and taking away their livelihoods and not letting them have freedom of speech, right? Mr. Jesus. This is so hypocritical.
Gaining power. It used to be fun to laugh at all the crazy, insane things that somebody like Hassan Piker said and did, but he helped get Zohran Mamdani elected. He helped get a Muslim socialist as the Democratic nominee in Michigan. He helped a Democratic socialist narrowly lose before.
Yeah, I don't think Jesus would condone his channel flag.
1 a.m. vote dump in Milwaukee that got their establishment Democrat in. Hopefully, Tom Tiffany will win in Wisconsin, but I don't know.
Yeah, he really.
The Democratic Socialists of America.
He's like Wish.com Tim Pool.
It's a massive mistake for Americans to continue treating them like
Chimu
a joke.
Tim Pool.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the current front runner to win the Democratic nomination. Now, I don't think she could win as president, but I didn't think Kamala Harris stood a chance either. People are still largely, red till I'm dead or blue no matter who. And if a Democrat socialist runs under blue,
he's rooting for the demons.
They get votes. And we used to have guys like Bernie Sanders that we'd all laugh at because he never actually achieved anything and he just bought more houses. But this is a real force. This force is basically Antifa and the far left that have been killing us in the streets. That's who these people are.
Jesus would never be banned from a Ren fair.
In this country, I talk about on the show, by the way.
That's a great
during the
comment.
day a lot, and it's scary. People are not paying enough attention to the fact that we all laugh at Ilhan Omar, but she won her primary in a landslide. These people aren't going anywhere, and the more time, again, I keep bringing it up because it's my most important issue. The more time we spend infighting, the more
I used to listen to
the
Tim
left
Pool.
has
I don't
never
anymore. I don't have
pulled
time.
lower in favorability. I saw a new report this morning. Then I don't know, maybe in the last 20 years, I don't know what the time frame was. Yet they are still winning.
Yeah, but it's good for his brand, so he's going to
left.
talk about his
And we
Christianity.
talked about earlier. I think Trump can slow the bleed by delivering affordability to Americans.
The only reason he's not a Democrat is because he can't compete with Piker.
He can't compete with Piker?
Yeah,
probably.
Piker's way more charismatic. Well, everybody is, but Piker is way more charismatic.
If that's where the money was, that's where he would want to go. But he's not going to go there because he just would not be able to compete with him.
Absolutely. Yeah. As soon as all the money dries up from MAGA, and he was never MAGA and all this stuff, like we're already starting to see it. Yeah. He now that he's saying,
and that was an easy gig to be it was an easy gig that he blew up artificially because people were so look, to his credit, I'll say this: people were so sick of like the woke stuff and a lot of the trans issues that it was easy. It was easy to rage bait against that and get your channel blown up real big. But after that's over, you got to have some talent to maintain, and he doesn't.
You got to have something to back it up with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But to my point, he's just gonna end up going back once all of this is over. He's gonna make a last ditch effort to save his channel by suddenly going to the other side. That's just my prediction. I don't know if that'll actually happen, but just from what I know of Quartering, it would seem very likely that would be. He's just going to go wherever the money is. So
absolutely, yeah.
Join hundreds of stations that don't carry the first five. Stay right there, Jeremy of the Quartering, making some really good points today. Thequartering.com. We'll be right back and check out his coffee. I've had it before; it's pretty good stuff. Maybe you should be a sponsor. Then he'd be sponsoring the Qatari militia.
Sponsoring the Qatari militia. Yes.
I want to check it out.
I'm only going to come on if you talk about my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I too am supported exclusively by my viewers, but
beautiful.
I think
he's supported exclusively by his viewers, and he does
he's
things
supported by Rumble ad reads. That's how he's supported.
I think that you are correct, but it's just kind of funny. Like, I listen. I try to not pocket watch people. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you earn the money, do whatever you want with it. Whatever makes you happy. You know, and men especially. We always have to have something. Whether it's a Corvette, I just got a pickup truck, 4-wheel drive pickup truck. You know, do whatever makes you happy. But like, he goes after his audience to pay for everything that he has, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Like, hey guys, I spent like $20,000 on a remote control racetrack, and then it got filled in with weeds because I never used it. Or on the
that's why I'm always going to hold his feet to the fire, especially when it comes to the monetary side of things. And again, like you said, I'm not going to sit there and pocket watch him every single day. But when you have things like the RC race car track, and then you have
fish tank,
the fish tank, and the planes, and the K-Cup machine that he never bought with the audience funded money.
Yeah, he
and
scammed his audience out of $80,000 for that, and then he admits, "Oh, I never bought the machine."
Yeah, so you have all these things. He's got a Cybertruck, a Ford Raptor. He's got all this stuff, the Rolex collection, everything in his house. And yet he's going to hold out his hand every single time and say, "Money, please," from his audience. And that I'm not going to. I'm always going to call that out.
I don't like, I really don't like people too as content creators. Maybe it's just a pet peeve of mine. But I cannot stand when a content creator makes their problems the audience's problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, guys, I need this K-Cup machine and it's $80,000. How is that your audience's problem? Why should they fund that for you?
Like DSP's little staff meetings that he has.
His text problems. Yeah. Troll says, now that YouTube is charging foreign subscribers for memberships at almost par with $1, do you think Piggy will lose memberships?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely.
Gonna go in the fucking toilet. All those Argentinian memberships, no more of those.
No more of that shit. Yeah. Lion LK5P towards Spooky's allowance. 5 pounds. Yes. We'll have to see. I don't know. Yeah, we have a human making thumbnails. Imagine that. Did anybody else notice that all thumbnails are starting to look exactly alike because everybody's using Grok or ChatGPT? Nobody's actually making them anymore. But thank you for that, Lion LK5P. And we've got Charles McDonald with $10. Says Jeremy cleaned himself up for Alex Jones, but he looks scuzzy for everyone else. I don't think he cleaned himself up. He looks dirty and beat up.
He looks like a mess.
He looks like a mess.
All wrinkled. Sour cream in his beard.
Thank you, Charles McDonald, for your kindness, generosity, and support. We've got just 10 more minutes to get through.
Look, I think it's trolling, but second-term Trump, sometimes I can't tell the difference. And I think if people can't tell the difference, even your supporters, you should probably cut it out. I think life after Trump, it could go one of two ways. It depends.
I think it's going to be a mess for the Republicans after him.
What I'm mostly afraid of is that the Republicans get blown out in the midterms, and then Trump doesn't even have the votes to fix anything that he promised you. Remember the last term? Remember how suddenly he cared about internet censorship when he got banned from X? But it was the end of his first term, and he couldn't do anything about it, and then he was getting constantly impeached. That's what my biggest fear is with the midterms. If the Republicans get blown out in the midterms, and maybe they deserve it, I don't know. But if they do, then Trump will have no chance to fix anything. So that's why I'm hoping and praying, doing what I can.
Maybe they deserve it. Yeah.
He says he doesn't know.
Say, like,
I mean,
because he's a fence sitter.
He's supposed to be political. Yeah, he's supposed to have an opinion, and this is your own platform, your own group, the Republicans, right? He is right-leaning, I guess. And they may deserve it. He doesn't know.
He's not sure. Yeah, that's the fence sitting Jared.
Give
that
Trump more time. I think he means well.
Know and love.
After him, I don't know. Who do you get? Probably J.D. Vance running for the Republicans. And one major thing I want to bring up, and I think maybe I wanted to get your take on this. A big mistake.
It's going to be a bunch of people will try to get that nod. I think they're all gonna pull their knives out and stab each other in the back as soon as Trump is out of there to get the next. You know what I mean? They're all gonna do that.
After Trump won, was checking out and pretending like the culture war was won. Meanwhile, I don't think the culture war has been won at all. It's raging just as much as it ever has been. And if we get, I don't know if it's going to be AOC or Kamala Harris, those are probably the two most probable to run against. And if one of them wins,
two morons, yeah.
People thought woke one was crazy. Wait till the Democrats control the Senate, the House, and the presidency. I think it's extremely dire. And that's why I'm going so hard and trying to mend bridges and try to encourage you to call Tim when you get some free time later.
He's reuniting the
and
Republican base,
reunite
sure.
people and under the banner of saying, yeah, it hasn't been great. I know this isn't exactly a great sales pitch. It hasn't been great, but it could have been so much worse, and it will be so much worse.
Talking about his coffee or politics?
He's talking about the
Who
coffee.
knows?
Well, just imagine.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Mr. Fence Sitter, and you know
what the Democrats are going to do if they win the House and Senate, which is, I think, a probability right now. I mean, break down what you think they're going to do, and then you say, well, even we'll lose 2028. A lot of times, though, they'll be so horrible and so evil, people kind of remember that and go back to being Republican. And then all these other people, like Nick Fuentes, you know, I respect a smart guy, but he goes, oh, you're being conned again. No, I'm not being conned again when they are absolutely Islamicist, communist, pedophile, Satan-worshiping, you know, just
that smell like
American
sulfur.
People. And then
they're
I'll
demons.
What I've got with Republicans, there's a lot of good state Republicans, a lot of good national ones. We've got a beachhead there. But then I watch the Republicans screw themselves and us over, and I'm even more pissed at them than they join up with Israel to bash us that are trying to stop this horrible war. And it just pisses me off. I don't blame people that get blackpilled and just throw their hands up. So give us your take on what the Democrats are going to do.
Well, I think if the Democrats win, what you're going to see is a massive undoing. I mean, I think people want Trump to deport more, but the fact of the matter is he has been deporting a lot. They're going to completely undo that in record time. Look at cities like Dearborn, Michigan, you know, Muslim centers that are in Texas of all places. You're going to have these Muslim enclaves in every major city in America. You're going to be importing people completely unfettered at a rate that we have never seen before, because that's how the Democrats continue to secure power. That's why all these DSA people, these Muslim people that are running for political power, they run under the Democrat banner because they know Republicans would never vote for them. It is going to be a level of woke, a level of oppression, a level of actual fascism.
Shouldn't he hope for that, though? Because wouldn't that be good for his business? Because
he
then
is.
he could go back to anti-woke stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That we've never witnessed probably since the lockdowns during 2020.
This is all performative, what he's doing right now.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole, you know, Muslim centers or whatever the term he used. I mean, it's a mosque, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
I mean, what's this problem with there being a mosque somewhere? You know, is it because
I don't have a problem with mosques, but I have a problem with like our gangs and, you know, underage marriage, and I have a problem with the Sharia law. Like, if you want to come here, you have to, it's a melting pot. You have to adapt to our way of life. You can't come here and say, these bitches got to cover their faces with burqas because we like it that way. Like, no, you know?
For there to be a mosque somewhere, I mean, that's basically.
It also is there also is a huge problem.
You know?
There also is a huge problem with fraud, abuse, and also just Muslims, you know, oh, I got 10 wives and they're all on welfare and getting food stamps.
Right.
That's a big problem. Big problem. I don't have anything against Muslims, but just leave me alone, you know?
Yeah.
Don't try to impose your religion on me. And I feel the same way about Christians and everybody else. Like,
I mean, it's the exact same thing with Mormons, you know, like the hardcore Latter-day Saints Mormons, you know, the ones that are up in the mountains and the compounds that want to have 10 wives as well. They shouldn't have them either, you know?
Well, I'm fine with them having them, but not if they're all on public assistance.
Not getting benefits for each and every one of them.
Yeah. That Warren Jeffs, like all those dudes had their wives on all kinds of public assistance.
Like Turk's assassination. This is...
And then they wouldn't have a job. That's great.
A bigger fight.
What's your job? I got 10 bitches bringing in checks. That's my job.
That even the 2024 election was, because way more is on the line. Because way more far leftist ideologies are gaining power across this country. They are getting enclaves even here in the Midwest. I mean, who would have thought Wisconsin, Texas, Michigan would have these towns with Arabic street signs. That's not the America I want to live in. That's not the America Alex Jones wants to live in, I'm sure. And if we stay apathetic and we get blackpilled, I fight against it so much. I understand, like you do, it's easy to get blackpilled because we haven't, I mean, it hasn't felt good probably since the Doge days, the first couple weeks, you know, of the Trump presidency. Then everything fell apart. But what I'm trying to get people to understand is that, yeah, okay, if you didn't like Trump, well, you don't have to vote for him anymore. And it's going to be so much worse. Just think of Kamala Harris's word salads running, you know, in the White House.
What about Quartering's word salad?
Yeah, it is word salad. This is
right up there with her.
Listen, I know our candidate blows, but it's the lesser of two evils. I hate that argument, right?
I hate that argument too.
Pick the one who's the least retarded to run the country. That was basically how Trump got in, because they put up such a bad candidate. There had to be people that were decent, middle of the line Democrats, but they refused to have a primary. They were just like, "Yeah, we're going to give it to her," you know. That was a mess.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, how can you do that? I mean, if it was the president, that's one thing, but not the vice president.
Yeah, that was a mess. And she was so stupid that no wonder she lost.
Bigger picture that maybe the second Trump term didn't turn out how we liked, but we picked the right guy the next time while still holding people accountable. I think we should still primary people who are not America first. I think that, but I think this idea of crossing over or withholding your vote is exactly what the left wants you to do. It is a demoralization operation run by several people. I've already mentioned it. I don't think that they're getting paid by anyone. I'm not making that claim, but it's curious to me why these videos seem to always be trending on YouTube. It's curious to me why they seem to get, you know, put up to the, you know, in the X algorithm. I think, and I believe that there is a concerted effort to demoralize the American right in a moment when, after Charlie Kirk's assassination, we should have been blowing them out. We should have been putting them all in prison. We should have been, you know, we should have been just completely destroying the left. And somehow, inorganically, in my opinion, now the right has spent the last year arguing with itself instead of worrying about other things. And like you said, like we can't have the administration coming out and saying, we don't care about your $20 burritos. That's insane. That's like as bad as Hillary Clinton's basket of deplorables kind of stuff. People remember that. Americans are struggling. $4 to $7 a gallon for gas. It is too much. Trump has to course correct. And if he doesn't, we'll probably get total Democrat leadership in 2028, which would be disastrous. It could be the destruction of this country.
There'll be no bathrooms to shit in. Walmart will down.
Walmart is going to shut down. I won't have a place to shit anymore.
Agree with
Now,
that.
the Arabic sign in Home Depot. I don't understand that. I doubt that's something that someone made a law and forced them to do that. It's probably
social pressure.
Someone who owns that Home Depot might be an Arab, and maybe there's a huge Arab community, whatever. And I understand, you know, chat was saying that they've done this all over the place. The Muslims, where they come in and Trojan horse things, you know, slide in and lie and pretend that they're gonna, you know, blend in with everyone, and they don't. But I'm just saying that maybe the person who owns that Home Depot is an Arab, and because I know the one here is owned by an Arab.
But I don't know. I'm still against that. Just like I'm against press 1 for English. You know, like no, like if you come here, you should learn the language. Because I just think about it the other way around. Like, what if I moved to Russia and I just demanded that they put everything in English because I didn't want to learn Russian? That's rude. It's obnoxious. You know,
I agree.
It's entitled.
We have the same thing here a lot with Spanish, but it's a little different, of course, in Florida, being that, you know, most people are Spanish, especially when you get down south. Yeah, Cuban. But
I live in a border state too, so everything here is bilingual, English and Spanish, just because of the area in which I live. So
it makes sense.
Yeah. Then you have the Israel lobby basically being Trump's brain, viciously coming out, and the neocons attacking anybody that even mildly criticizes what Trump's doing, trying to get him back on track, joining in, and that only supercharges the other side. And that's because the Israel lobby wants to fully take over MAGA. They want to demoralize. And they want to run out all of Trump's supporters. So you miss that fact. You miss Trump. He called me low IQ and a burnout. Okay, great. I'm not an emotional person, but I thought it was funny. I love stuff that makes fun of me and everything because I know who I am. My issue was with a lot of people, the attacks were much worse. They're traitors, they're scum, all of that. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene was mildly criticizing him, and then he started calling her traitorous scum and stuff.
She called him a pedophile, Alex. I don't think that's a mild criticism.
She said he's protecting them.
I mean, I'm just saying, I think here's how I think
you've got the train of events wrong there.
Maybe she said she was protecting them. I have to. Maybe you're correct on that. Your memory's far better than mine.
Roll over and show your belly, sir.
Roll over and show your belly, bitch. Yep.
Well, Trump
every time through this whole thing, he just capitulates and rolls over. And
anytime he says something and Alex pushes back on him, he just
agrees
with
Alex.
You're right. I'm wrong. Yep.
Yep.
Folds like a shirt. About deep relationships with Epstein, and he is.
So is every president. Yeah, I mean, so is the FBI, so is Kash Patel. We agree on that.
And but Trump was supposed to be different.
I know he was.
I oppose those other presidents. I mean, if I support what he didn't have to say stuff like, if you believe Epstein isn't a hoax, you're not MAGA. It was just the dumbest stuff ever.
I know, but I interpreted that as his involvement in it, him being in the files, but maybe he did mean it's a hoax.
No. I mean, I understand he meant his involvement. Now the Democrats were looking at it was a hoax. Then you counter it, but no, he wanted to protect Lex Wexner and Howard Lutnick and people.
All these people.
Yeah,
probably. I'll even concede that point. But to the neocon attacks and to the pushback, I would say that's when you double down, Alex. This is what you're best at. When they attack you, you just come back twice as hard. The conversations on X are not real life. You're so great,
Alex.
And when the neocons come out and say you're a traitor for criticizing him, ignore it. You get criticism more than anybody on the planet. You know exactly how to do that. I think that if you speak to the needs of the American people, the real needs, the cost of living crisis, all this kind of stuff, the long tail of that is you will be proven right. The jar will continue to overflow for you, Alex, if the Alex Jones was right jar.
Another glaze.
The infighting stuff, it's not going to accomplish anything. And, when I didn't know how I was going to come in here to this conversation, I prayed on it this morning.
He prayed that he wasn't going to embarrass himself. And he had his whole plan worked out, Misty, but he didn't follow any of his plan. He just rolled over.
I genuinely think it's like you were saying earlier. I genuinely think he was contacted by someone in production and was like, hey, here are the talking points. This is what we're going to go over. Don't
play ball or you're fucked.
Because what we had yesterday, he even made a video about it yesterday. Alex Jones was mad at me and he was going so hard at Alex. Where was that energy today?
Yeah,
we got bitch made cuck energy today is what we got.
You're right. He totally bitched out. Like no fire, no passion, and no sticking to his guns at all. He just dropped his guns the minute he joined the interview.
And I'm really glad that it's gone the way that it's gone. And I think we both see each other's position much better after this than just X conversations. But I think that these attacks from the establishment should be met with, local movements to get them voted out and to organize. And then the best organization to do that would be, of course, TPUSA. And by attacking them, I'm not saying you are, attacking the movement, there are many on the right that do, but you aren't. Attacking them, they're our best shot at primarying out some of these dorks. And if we can't primary them out, then, I don't know what, I don't have the answer for that, but I think
he doesn't have the answer for anything.
It's better than blackpilling because voting still works. Donald Trump won in 2016 and he won in probably some people say 2020, but then he also
take my wife, please.
The will of the people was served. Now, was the second term great? It hasn't.
Let's go for a steak dinner and
we're
wrestle.
Going into an economic disaster, and even if it happens after the midterms, I think it will probably happen right after him. We're already in it, but it's going to be very clear then. This is just bad news, and the messaging has just been terrible about we don't care about your economic problems. It's been absolutely terrible. All right, well, Jeremy from thequartering.com, on X, Thequartering, Rumble, Thequartering. Very interesting discussion, and I appreciate you joining us today to discuss it.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for having me on, Alex.
Thanks for coming on.
You're going to call Tim, right?
Wow.
You call Tim? Come on. Put Godzilla, use Godzilla for somebody who isn't, 95% on your side. You're Godzilla, he's Mothra,
No, he's Godzilla. This is right here. I'm fighting Tim Pool, right? This is not AI. This is real, okay?
Yeah, I saw it on the news this morning. It's 100% real. Please at least consider it, because we need you guys united, even if you disagree on this one issue.
As much as he trashes, he always like low-key trashes Tim Pool. He's super, super jealous of Tim Pool. Everything he does in his life is like copying Tim Pool. Like, oh, I've got a media company. Now I'm going to have a coffee company, and I'm going to have this big compound that I stream from. So it's weird that he wants Alex Jones and Tim Pool to be buddies again. It's kind of strange.
I can't say if he'll come on and talk to you or not.
I'm a gorilla. Murder yourself.
Alex, it's been great. I hope you'll consider it. And
hey, look, I just kicked Tim Pool's ass. That's real footage, folks.
There you go. The fight's over. Now what happens after a fight?
Paid for by Qataria. Alex. The Qatarians paid for it.
Now you fought, and now you shake hands. And that's what real fighters do.
I don't think Tim wants that. I think he's going to want to strike back.
No, I think he would. I think he would be very open to it. I mean, if he strikes back, Alex, then go double Godzilla, nuclear Godzilla. But
another Glaze.
We need your voice is so important, and we need criticizing Trump.
Well, according to Tim, I have no audience anymore because I'm anti-war. The war is super popular, which is just pure crap. That's why I thought it was a talking point. It looked like a talking point. It was put out by everybody else. That's why I got pissed. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon, Jeremy. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
And I owe it to Salty Cracker for saying he's the same guy. They don't really look the same. I'm kind of retarded. Kind of retarded. Socrates. All right, let's stop right there.
The hell's a Salty Cracker? I don't know who that one is.
Yeah, it's easy.
I'm not
to
up here even trying to bash Israel constantly, but Israel's so out of control, this leadership, you can't help it, okay? So I'll be talking about this with Joel Webbin.
All right, we made it through. Imagine that.
Oh,
that's the most I've watched of Alex Jones ever.
Ever.
I haven't watched him in years and years and years. He lost me with the school shootings were fake and a psyop. He lost me with that because I'm a father and I have children. And just imagine the horror of losing a child like that. And then there's some asshole on the internet saying it didn't happen and stuff and it was fake. And you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So he lost me at that because that's not harmless conspiracy fodder. That's really hurting people. I don't know. I couldn't support him at all after that. Haven't watched him. But, he is. It is interesting that Jeremy thought that he's like on par. He acted like he acted this whole time like he's as big as Alex Jones or something, which is crazy to me. Crazy.
Yeah. It does seem like Alex Jones has gone down in popularity, but still not to the level that Thequartering is. I mean, there's still no comparison.
Yeah, there's absolutely no comparison.
He was, a few years ago, but
it is funny how he was talking all kinds of shit and he's going to go in there and debate Alex Jones. Where was the debate? There's no debate here. It was him agreeing with Alex Jones for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was at least hoping that Alex was going to give him some pushback on some things. And there was a little bit of pushback at the very beginning of the interview, but really nothing beyond that. So I don't know what happened. It felt like a big nothing burger to me. And
local commentator. Yeah, that's one of those overhyped, over sensationalized, and then you get to the actual content and you're like, really? That's it? That's it? That's it? Yeah. Why doesn't everybody we'll start with Misty. Misty, what do you got coming up on your channel? And by the way, tell us a little bit about what you do on your channel, and all the links to the panel members' channels are in the description of the video. Please support good content creators. We got to see more good content creators like these. And go ahead, Misty. Tell us about your channel, what you do, and what you've got coming
Sure.
up, or what you've got planned.
Sure, absolutely. So I do a lot of deep dive video essay type content. Obviously, been focusing a lot on quartering at the moment. I do have a couple of other things that are in the works. I have one that I'm working on about Amazon. I have one that I'm working on about some other aspects of quartering that aren't necessarily related to the copy. I am also considering a video essay on Melanie Mack because of her recent controversies, shall we say. So that might be coming down the
She didn't get no
pipe at some
Botox,
point.
Misty. She never had Botox, no fillers, no nose job, no work. She didn't get anything done.
Right.
I was shocked when I saw those videos. It looks like two different women. It doesn't even look like the same woman.
No, it doesn't look like the same person at all. But otherwise, I have done a lot of investigative work so far on Coffee Brand Coffee. Kind of the biggest topics that I have been focusing on within CBC involve his Kona coffee that he's selling, because there's a lot of
That's
regulation.
a scam, allegedly.
It appears to be not truthful. There's a lot of regulations surrounding Kona itself, so I've been looking into that. And then also I've been looking into all of these retail claims that he has been making, as far as him getting into store shelves. Back in July, I did a video specifically about Walmart. Luther Morgan and I actually worked on that together. I interviewed somebody who used to sell products to Walmart buyers and had products in Walmart stores.
Nice.
Interviewed that person. I just released a few days ago an update video about Quartering's claims of Coffee Brand Coffee going into Target store shelves, World Market, and his planned expansion into Canada, and all of the pitfalls he might be facing surrounding those particular places. So,
well, he's been saying for years he's going to get on Walmart shelves, and then it turned out he just listed somewhere, which anybody can do. Luther Morgan, somebody listed Luther Morgan's book on Walmart.com.
They did.
Just to prove that it's super
that
simple.
It could be done. Well, and that's the thing. Walmart Marketplace operates exactly the same way that Amazon does, in that as long as you have a business, so by that meaning a business tax ID, liability insurance, a DUNS number, the bare bones, right, of a company to sell products. As long as you have the bare bones, they pretty much let anybody on Amazon or Walmart Marketplace. But the thing is that Jer always promised us Walmart store shelves. He never promised us online only. And what he's been doing lately is trying to shift the goalposts. And now saying that, now I'm in Walmart. But
see that, haters and trolls? Now I'm in Walmart, and you said it would never happen. No, you said you were going to be in the shelves, you asshole.
On the shelves. And if he is going to get there, the earliest it would happen, in my opinion, would be either Q3 or Q4 of next year, because of how Walmart plans out their stores and where things go in certain places and how they merchandise. I don't think so either, but to give the benefit of the doubt, because I do like to try and be as fair as possible.
But besides, like, the prices, who would buy that shitty coffee when there's like 100 options that are a tenth of the price of his?
I think that he would have a better chance getting into Target shelves rather than Walmart, just because of the fact of how expensive his coffee is. Target tends to be more expensive. They have a higher price point than Walmart does, because of how they have decided to market themselves as a retailer. They don't carry as many items per category. They tend to price a bit higher than Walmart does. So it wouldn't necessarily be unusual to see a $20 12-ounce bag of coffee on a Target store shelf as it would, say, on a Walmart store shelf. So in my opinion, I think if he was going to push for that, if he had a chance of getting there, Target would probably be the one he would have more of a chance with. The thing about Target, though, is they are very controlling of who sells what products they sell. They're not Walmart. They don't operate on even on they also have an online marketplace, but their online marketplace is invite only. You have to get invited by. You have to be invited by Target.
Yeah, nobody's
to sell
inviting
on
his shitty dropship company to. Yeah.
And the other thing too, and of course this is all just my opinion, but the other thing too is that these large retailers, the one thing that they really try to avoid is controversy. And I mean, it only takes one Google search of Jeremy Hambley to see how much controversy he's been embroiled in over the years. Especially this year, he's had a ton of controversy.
Yeah, they're not going to want the heat. They don't want the heat. A
large nationwide retailer isn't necessarily going to want to deal with that, because you see how hard A-logs go on Jer when he's in a place where he can't control what's being said. Can you imagine? And I'm not saying do this. Please don't
Target
do this.
Comments, yeah.
In the comment section are people emailing Target corporate or Walmart being like, hey, let me tell you about Jeremy Hambley. He pooped in your store. He's a poop pants cuck. And then
he's harassing women at the Ren Fair.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the biggest one, is the Renaissance Fair thing.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just like throwing out examples of what people would probably try to tell Walmart. But it just, for me, there's a lot of obstacles that I foresee for him. And a lot of it has to do with online reputation and SEO specifically. I mean, he's already on Walmart Marketplace and his SEO is completely screwed because his name is so generic. You type in coffee brand coffee on Walmart.com and it doesn't even pop up on the first page. So I don't know. I don't know how you fix that unless you just completely change.
He's a master at marketing, so
apparently
somehow he can't get the SEO right. I could have done a better job, and I'm not an expert at SEO, but geez, man. It's crazy. H-Bomb, why don't you tell us what you got coming up on your channel? I'm predicting more gay Dark Side Phil clips and more childlike quartering clips.
Yes, for sure. I just started dabbling in the quartering and making him zesty and stuff. So I got a new video of that coming out tomorrow. That seems to be doing pretty good. So yeah,
check out H-Bomb's channel. The link is in the description. And the UIS made one of my favorite videos of Darkside Phil talking about anal sex and how much he loves it.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got coming up on your channel? You do a lot of different content.
I still got this one video I'm working on. I'm never going to get done with it. It's just so hot. School started. I've just gotten so lazy. Your show is about the only thing I do these days.
Thank you for that. Yeah, you're an under-tapped resource. I saw a lot of your videos, and I noticed you've been slacking lately. I
have. I do your show, and then
I always call it the summer slump, but then I blame. Listen, every summer, this is what happens to me. I blame the lower views and the lower growth and the lower support on the summer. I say, well, everybody's outside, nobody's inside watching videos. But the truth is, I'm outside. I'm not in here making the videos for people to watch. So it goes both ways. The summer slump.
Yeah,
and a couple more weeks, and people will be back. So.
Need to actually get going and do something, and I know that. But yeah, I do an after show. Usually, right after your show, I go live immediately after this. H-Bomb still sounds like he's in the engine room of a submarine. And so, but that's been about it. And I do have a video I'm working on about the true cost of being a lol cow or a fake lol cow, and still waiting for Cyrax to die, and that's about it.
I can't believe you cover that guy. People wanted me to cover him, and I was like, I don't know, man. Yeah. I think he's got enough problems. He's shitting himself and yelling at his mom every week. And
it's definitely got history. I mean, it's been going for a long time.
People just tune in to see what is that weirdo going to do now? You know.
Yeah.
Well, he made a living out of it, I guess. Yeah. So everybody, please do support these great content creators. Links in the description of the video to all their channels. And I want to thank each and every one of you panel members for joining us, especially Misty being new. After that yellow flash thing, I didn't think you would do it. Like, this guy's going to be a maniac. I'm not coming. People ripped me apart. They were like, he doesn't even sound like Jeremy. This guy's terrible. He's ruining the stream. And in my defense, I meant to come in there and be drunk and obnoxious, like drunk Miller Time Jer. I wasn't being serious, you know?
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. Well,
all good.
And all these people are good follows on Twitter too. So everybody give their Twitter before we go. Misty, what's yours?
Mine is MistyMochii with the X in between. So it's Misty X Mochii on Twitter. I'll see you guys there.
And H-Bomb, give yours Twitter out.
Yeah, so it's H_bomb FP637.
Could you pick a worse?
Well, they wouldn't let me.
Twitter handle? No, I get it.
I could, yeah.
I've been on Twitter so long. Mine is just my name, @StephenCambion. That's pretty rare today. And the UIS, what is your Twitter handle?
It is UIS Profit, which you'll see right there on the screen.
All right. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us, and thanks for the tremendous support. I'll check in one more time with the support. Make sure we have nothing more to read out. Toasty Acorns just followed the Kick channel. Kick.com/Truth Show. Follow our Kick. We're trying to get a Kick-only show going again. And just call me Rope with the last support throwing pennies at me. They throw pennies at me. I'm like a low-class stripper. At the end of my set, I got to pick up all the Kick pennies.
There you go. Better than moral support, right?
Yes. Well, we'll throw all you guys out of here, and hopefully we'll do it again soon. Thank you all for participating.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Misty. Go check out her channel. And thank you, H-Bomb. Check out his channel. And thank you, the UIS. Check out his channel. And we have made it to the end of another locale panel. And I'm sorry, but I figured that we would have more than enough to talk about with just the quartering. So we really didn't do Darkside Phil, but I don't think I'll give you the quick update on Darkside Phil. He's still begging his audience and yelling at them for not giving him enough money. That's the update for the week of the quartering, or excuse me, the week of Darkside Phil. That, and he got some nice cards in one of his children's card sets that he's very excited about. But he's angry because the detractors clipped his wonderful moment of getting these great cards, and they got all the views and he didn't. So that's the update for Darkside Phil. So I'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No place I would rather be, but that's all I got for you. Please be sure that you smash the subscribe button. It's a huge boost to our channel. Share these videos on your social media and hit the like button. And please leave some comments. How do you think Jeremy's big appearance on the Alex Jones Show went? Let me know what you think in the comments. So that's all I got for you, friends. Until next time, my name is Stephen Cambion. Good night, and God bless all of you.
Jeremy, how was your weekend? I hope you and your wife wipe down for Skyron. You sit there every night stewing your brain in a bottle. Eyes bloodshot, drunken floor in the throttle. Crying like a baby while you flag every critic down. Big man with influence, but we all just see a clown. Luther caught you slacking, the casino lit the fuse. Everyone's laughing, you got nothing left to lose. Quartering, drunken, crying on your throne, stewing your brain in front of that monitor. All shown, coffee scam exposed, rent fair creep with clammy hands, charity grift gone cold. Where did the money land? What are the oranges stalking every skirt. Women hunting season, internet calls you the worst. Bed for coffee, cash built, nothing but lies. Trump tailgate, grip receipts, don't lie. Discord deleted, channels dying in the dirt. Maloney Mac in a cage like a pet behind your shirt. Crypted the coffee, stalked the fair. Stole from the cause, now you're just a drunk meltdown. Ha ha ha, what a fraud. Quartering, drunken, crying on your throne. Stewing your brain in front of that monitor.